You sit down to meditate. You close your eyes. You try to find peace. And instead of calm, you feel like there's a storm inside you. Thoughts race faster. Your body twitches. Every itch becomes unbearable. You open your eyes more anxious than when you started. And you think something's wrong with you. But here's what nobody tells you. This restlessness isn't a sign you're doing it wrong. It's a sign something is finally waking up. Let me explain. Imagine you have a glass of water that's been sitting still for years. From the surface, it looks clear, peaceful. But at the bottom, there's all this sediment, all this stuff that settled down there because nobody disturbed it. Now, what happens when you stir that water? Everything rises. The water turns murky. It looks worse than before. That's what meditation does. Your mind has been moving at full speed your entire life. Thoughts, worries, plans, memories. They've been spinning so fast that you didn't even notice them. It's like living next to a highway. After a while, you stop hearing the traffic. You think it's quiet because you've gotten used to the noise. Then you sit down to meditate. You try to be still, and suddenly, you hear everything. The highway is deafening. The thoughts you didn't know you had come rushing in. The anxiety you've been running from catches up. The restlessness you've been outrunning your whole life finally has a chance to show itself. And this is the moment most people quit. They think meditation isn't working. They think they're too broken, too anxious, too messed up for this. But the truth is the opposite. The restlessness isn't meditation failing. It's meditation working. You're finally seeing what was always there. Think about it. You've spent your whole life distracting yourself. Phone, work, conversations, food, shows, anything to keep moving. And underneath all that movement, there's been this constant hum of unease. You never stopped long enough to feel it. But it was there, running in the background like an engine you forgot was on. Meditation turns off the distractions. And for the first time, you hear the engine. You feel the vibration. You notice how loud it's been all along. This is why people who meditate more sometimes feel more restless at first. They're not creating the restlessness. They're uncovering it. They're meeting the part of themselves they've been avoiding. And here's the thing most spiritual teachers won't tell you. This restlessness has been keeping you alive. It's been your motivation, your drive, your fear of stopping. Because if you stop, you might have to feel something you don't want to feel. You might have to face something you've been running from. So your mind does everything it can to make you move again. It throws thoughts at you. It makes your body uncomfortable. It convinces you that sitting still is dangerous, that you need to get up, that you have better things to do. But what if you don't move? What if you just sit there and let the storm happen? Here's what nobody prepared you for. The restlessness gets worse before it gets better. Because your mind is used to winning this game. It's used to making you move. And when you don't move, it panics. It turns up the volume. It throws everything it has at you. This is the stage where most people break. They think something is seriously wrong. They might even think meditation is making them worse. But really, this is just the mind's last defense. It's fighting to keep control because it knows what happens if you stay still long enough. You start to see through it. By the way, our shared space of light and awareness is on its way to 100,000 people. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and brings this moment closer. So let's talk about what's really happening when you meditate and feel more restless. There's this thing your mind does. It creates what feels like a solid wall between you and peace. And that wall is made of one thing: resistance. You sit down and immediately your mind says, "This isn't working. You're doing it wrong. You should be calmer by now. Other people can do this. Why can't you?" All of that is resistance. And resistance creates tension. Tension creates restlessness. Here's the trap. You're trying to use meditation to get rid of restlessness. But the trying itself is what feeds it. It's like trying to fall asleep by forcing yourself to relax. The more you try, the more awake you become. The more you fight the restlessness, the stronger it gets. Because resistance and restlessness are the same thing. Think about it. What is restlessness? It's the feeling that you need to be somewhere else, doing something else, being someone else. It's the sensation that this moment isn't enough, that you aren't enough, that peace is somewhere in the future, after you fix yourself, after you get better at this, after you finally calm down. And what is resistance? It's pushing away what's here, fighting what is, trying to force reality to be different than it is right now. They're two sides of the same coin, and meditation brings you face to face with both. Most people don't realize this, but meditation isn't about creating a peaceful state. It's about seeing the war you've been waging against yourself. The constant battle to be different, to feel different, to think different. And the restlessness you feel, that's not the enemy. That's the sound of the battle finally becoming visible. Let me give you another way to see this. Your mind is like a child that's been allowed to run the house for years. It's used to getting what it wants. When it says, "Let's check the phone," you check the phone. When it says, "Let's worry about that thing," you worry. When it says, "Let's eat something," you eat. It's been in charge so long, it thinks it is you. Then one day, you sit down to meditate. And for the first time, you're saying no. You're not checking the phone. You're not following the thought. You're not getting up. You're just sitting there. And the mind throws a tantrum. It floods you with thoughts. It makes your body uncomfortable. It tells you this is pointless, that you're wasting time, that there's something urgent you need to do. It creates crisis after crisis in your head, all designed to make you move. This is the restlessness. It's not random, it's strategic. Your mind is trying to regain control. It's testing you to see if you'll break. And most people do break because they think the restlessness means something is wrong. But nothing is wrong. This is supposed to happen. Here's what changed everything for me. I stopped trying to get rid of the restlessness. I stopped treating it like a problem. Instead, I started asking a different question. Not, how do I make this stop? But what is this showing me? And what it showed me was this. The restlessness isn't in my body or my mind. It's in my relationship with them. It's in the gap between what I want to feel and what I actually feel. The gap between how I think meditation should be and how it actually is. The gap between the peaceful person I'm trying to become and the restless person I am right now. And that gap is made of one thing: non-acceptance. You're sitting there, feeling restless, and a voice in your head says, "This shouldn't be happening. I should be calm by now. What's wrong with me?" And the moment you believe that voice, the restlessness intensifies, because now you're not just feeling restless. You're feeling restless about being restless. you're resisting the resistance. It's like layers of tension, each one created by fighting the one below it. But what if you didn't fight? What if you sat there, felt the restlessness, and simply said, okay, this is what's here right now. Not trying to fix it, not trying to understand it, not trying to make it go away, just acknowledging it. Something strange happens when you do this. The restlessness doesn't disappear, but it changes. It loses its urgency. It stops feeling like an emergency. It becomes just a sensation, a movement of energy, a pattern playing out. And you realize you don't have to do anything about it. This is the secret they don't tell you about meditation. It's not about achieving peace. It's about discovering that you don't need to fight what's here. The restlessness can be present, and you can be okay. The thoughts can race, and you can be okay. The body can be uncomfortable, and you can be okay. Because underneath all of that, something in you is already still. Not the kind of stillness you create by forcing yourself to be calm, but the kind of stillness that's always been there, beneath the noise. The stillness that watches the restlessness without being disturbed by it. The awareness that holds all of this without needing it to change. And the more you touch that stillness, the more you realize something shocking. You were never actually restless. There was restlessness happening, yes. But you, the awareness observing it, were always calm, always still, always at peace. The restlessness was never yours. It was just weather passing through. Now here's where it gets interesting. And this is what most meditation teachers won't tell you, because it breaks the whole framework they've built. The goal isn't to stop being restless. The goal is to stop caring that you're restless. Let me say that again because it's important. The transformation isn't from restless to calm. It's from, I can't stand this restlessness, to, there's restlessness here, and that's completely fine. This sounds like a small shift, but it changes everything. Because as long as you're trying to get rid of restlessness, you're stuck in the same loop. You meditate to feel less restless. You feel more restless. You think you're failing. You try harder. You feel even more restless. You give up. Or you push through, gritting your teeth, forcing yourself to be calm, which just creates more tension. But the moment you stop trying to get rid of it, something breaks. The loop ends. Not because the restlessness goes away, but because you stop feeding it with your resistance. Think of it like this. Imagine you're in a room with a barking dog. The dog represents your restlessness. Now, you have two options. Option 1, you can yell at the dog to shut up. You can try to train it to be quiet. You can push it away, lock it in another room, do whatever it takes to stop the barking. But here's what happens. The more you fight the dog, the more it barks. The more attention you give to making it stop, the more central it becomes to your experience. Your whole meditation practice becomes about this battle with the dog. And even when it's quiet for a moment, you're waiting for it to start barking again. Option 2 is different. You let the dog bark. You don't try to stop it. You don't try to calm it down. You just sit there and let it do what it does. And at first, it barks louder because it's used to getting a reaction. But when you stop reacting, something shifts. The barking continues, but it's no longer a problem. It's just sound, just energy, just something happening in the space. And eventually, without you doing anything, the dog gets tired and lies down, This is what happens with restlessness. When you stop fighting it, when you stop trying to meditate it away, it loses its power over you. Not because it disappears, but because you're no longer defined by it. You're no longer the person who needs to be calm. You're just the space in which restlessness can appear and disappear. And here's the beautiful thing. The moment you're okay with being restless, you're already free. Because freedom isn't the absence of restlessness. It's the ability to be at peace regardless of what's happening inside you. Most people spend their whole lives waiting for the conditions to be right, waiting to feel calm enough, clear enough, peaceful enough. But those conditions never come. There's always something, always some noise, some discomfort, some thought that won't go away. But what if you didn't need the conditions to be right? What if you could be at peace with the restlessness, with the noise, with the discomfort? What if the peace you're looking for isn't on the other side of the restlessness, but right here in your willingness to let it be? This is what meditation is really teaching you. Not how to control your mind, not how to force yourself into some perfect state, but how to be okay with things as they are, how to meet life without resistance, how to stop fighting reality. And the restlessness, it's your greatest teacher, because every time it shows up, it's giving you a chance to practice, a chance to notice the resistance, a chance to let go, a chance to discover that you're already the stillness you've been searching for. Here's what I've learned after years of meditation. The people who seem the calmest aren't the ones who never feel restless. They're the ones who've made peace with their restlessness. They've stopped seeing it as a problem. They've stopped trying to fix themselves. They sit down to meditate, and the restlessness comes, and they think, oh, there you are. Welcome. They don't fight it. They don't analyze it. They don't try to understand why it's there or what it means. They just let it be. And in that letting, something opens up. The restlessness is still there, but it's no longer heavy. It's no longer urgent. It's just energy moving through, like clouds passing through the sky. The sky doesn't fight the clouds. It doesn't try to push them away or hold them in place. It just lets them pass. And underneath, it remains clear, open, untouched. You are that sky. The restlessness is just weather. And the more you meditate, the more you'll see this. Not because the weather gets better, but because you stop identifying with it. You stop thinking, I am restless. And you start seeing, there is restlessness happening, and I am the space that holds it. This is the shift meditation is pointing you toward, from being the content of your experience to being the container, from being the wave to being the ocean, from being the restlessness to being the awareness that knows the restlessness. And once you taste that awareness, even for a moment, everything changes, because you realize you were never broken. You were never the problem. There was just this pattern of resistance running, and you thought it was you, but it's not you. It never was. You're what remains when the resistance falls away. You're what's here before the restlessness starts and after it ends. You're the stillness that doesn't come and go, the peace that doesn't depend on conditions, the awareness that's always been here, just waiting for you to notice it. So the next time you sit down to meditate and feel that wave of restlessness crash over you, don't run, don't fight, don't think you're doing it wrong. Just sit there and feel it fully, Let it be as big as it wants to be. Let it shake you, move you, fill you. And while it's happening, ask yourself, who is aware of this restlessness? Not the restlessness itself, but the one who knows it's there. The one who's watching it happen. The one who remains even as everything else comes and goes. That's who you are. Not the storm, the sky. And the more you meditate, the more restless you might become at first. Because you're finally seeing the storm you've been running from your whole life. But keep going, keep sitting, keep letting it be. Because on the other side of that restlessness isn't some perfect state of calm. It's something better. It's the realization that you don't need to be calm. You don't need to be anything other than what you are right now. And in that realization, you're already free. If this video changed something in you, write in the comments, "I see the sky." Write it as your promise to yourself. Nobody,